So we'll start. Like for starting, what we'll do, we'll just directly go first to shape and design, and we'll take a generative shape design. Now we can add the dimensions, that is 10 inches and 10 inches. We're going to convert this into a surface. So we'll use directly fill tool to convert this into a surface. And OK. Now we'll hide the sketch initially because we can use the sketch also, but sketch maybe make some issues because we need a single lines to select the boundaries. OK. So in that situation, if we have single boundaries available or lines is available, that will be good. So what I'll do now, we have one tool is called boundary tool. Okay, we can easily get the tools. If you're not able to search anywhere, we go to wireframes and we can easily get from boundary tool. Okay, in that operations, I think. Yeah. Search in insert operations. So I will double click from the icon. It will be activate. I don't need to take continue. Otherwise, what happen if I'm not double clicking on the toolbar? I have to just use again and again. I have to go to option again, choose it. So we'll select this, and here we'll keep no propagation or tangency. We will not keep complete or point continuity. If we do that, it will just take complete together. Again, the same problem will be there. So we can use this one because there is no tangency there now. So we can keep that one, and we can keep a no propagation. So I'll keep here no propagation and do OK. So like this, I can select continuously all the boundaries and do OK. So like this, we have achieved the boundaries there. The next, once we have a surface, we'll go to composite design module. Composite design. So now initially our composite design module is like it's deactivated. What we need to activate, we need to activate our composite parameters. Either we activate from this icon or we'll go to insert the same icon we have in parameters called composite parameter. So here what we have to do, we have to use add material option. Basically, why it is not showing? Because it's required a materials here. Without a material, we cannot activate this composite parameter. If we have our catalog, we can use our catalog also. But in software, we have default catalog is available. We can use that material from there. We'll go to add materials. Here is asking material catalog. We'll click on this browse option. And we'll go to composite. We'll select here composite catalog.cat material and open. So here we have a lot of, you can say around 6-7 materials are there. Glass, Kevlar, and other materials are there. So to select them, we can select all by pressing shift button. First material by pressing shift, last we can select, or we can set single material also. If you need only particular material, we'll take particular material. Let's do OK. Now here what we have like direction. These are basically directions. 45, -45, 90. So the direction can be like 0 and 90 only. That cannot be negative. That will be always remain 0 and 90. But 45 will be remain in like plus 45 and minus 45. That can be, we can take the ply in that way. What it mean by 90 and that? So this will be like we have two directions. We know that this is a 0 and this is 90 degree. So that ply can be in this direction, either in this direction. When we say 45, like it will be positive direction. Like you can say this will be in 45 direction, like this 45 direction. Or if I say minus 45, this will be the negative 45 direction. So this is how my ply cloth can be there. It's a like ply structure will be, we can generate with the help of the different directions. Now, once we selected that, we'll do OK here. And once we do OK, we can see that all that tools become activated. So the main tool, like for making zones and other creations part, we use preliminary designs. And for plies creations, we have this ply creation toolbar. Okay. Then we are going to cover something from this toolbar also. There's an analysis toolbar, and I think something we can take from here also, manufacturing toolbar. And we have flattening toolbar. These are the toolbar that we have to use it. Data export, and I think we import laminates. So these are the tools we have to use it apart from that. Now let me set it here one by one and we can start using it. Let me set this site. So now Once we have the boundaries and the surfaces available, we'll take the options called create zones. Okay, so we'll take zone group. First, we'll make a zone group. We'll define if we have multiple zones, then we have to make a multiple zone group. Under that, like we can zone group 1, zone group 2, we can define zones. So initially we are making zone 1. Now I'll specify the surface. This is my surface, and we have to define my draping direction. Draping direction is a ply direction actually. Which side the ply will become, that is called draping directions. So that we can change it. Then there is this option is given Razote. It means the coordinate system like axis system. So we have to create axis system wherever it is required. Maybe we required at this corner, or anywhere. So we right click here, we'll create it. So we have to define now where exactly I need it. So initially we'll keep this on origin. Initially, if I need it here, I can click here. Or if I know exact coordinates, I can go by values, or we can tell X direction, Y direction. This is for direction purpose. Okay. So I'll just take this to default origin and OK. Surface, right click, create, and OK. Okay. Once the zone has been created, so we can see here we got composite PD. So here we can see in that we will got zone group 1. Now we have to create zones under that. If we have multiple zones, we can create in the zones group. So here we have the next tool is called zone group. If you're not finding this toolbar, we'll go to directly Primly Designs. These are the toolbar available. We can directly take from there. So second option is create zone. So now we have to define our geometry. We can see it's showing contour 1. In the contour 1, we have to define all the detail of contour 1. Then laminates, number of plies that we are taking, that we have to specify that how many number of plies that we have to take it out. The Razote system is already defined. Now let's define the ply first. So here I'll select this. Now one more thing, whenever we defining the contour, we have to define in correct orientation. Like we can see right now, initially it's a cross. Even if I select like randomly, so this will be remain only cross. So that do not select the boundary and do not accept this option. So I'll clear this. We'll select in sequence everything. Sequence doesn't mean like how we make the boundaries. We can select in this connectivity of that lines, that it should be connected with the junctions. So now once we selected property, it will become tick. Okay. Now we can do OK here. So like initially like this, you are making the boundaries and all, which like if you have multiple groups, you can define here that will be going to that group 1 or group 2. So we'll do OK here. Now we can see here we have this zones and we have zones are created successfully. Now once we created, okay, in that zone, okay, now I forgot to define laminates. We'll go laminates. If we define okay, we can edit it back by double clicking. We have to select the material that we have to specify. So I'll take any one material. Now we have to specify here my laminates. So how to do this? So you just single click and just leave and just type the value. Okay. So just click and leave. Just click and type. So I'm typing 4, 2, 2, and 4. So I define the materials and the number of plies. These are what number of plies that will get. So in 0 direction, that will be 4 plies, and 45 direction 2, minus 45 2, and 90 4. Let's do OK. So now once we created this all, now what we have to do, we have to generate the plies. Okay. So we can get the same option, insert plies toolbar. We have this option, ply from zones, or we can have in this toolbar ply creation from zone. So here it will automatically select the group 1. If we have multiple groups, then we can select the groups accordingly. But initially we have only one group, so no need to select anything. So here we'll use create plies in new group. So under that group, and we'll create the plies from zone with the taper. So let's do OK. So once we like do OK here, it shows some error, but it'll be creating our plies. Do OK. So here we can see it will be added stacking engineering. So in that we have plies group is generated. So as I said, like under one new group it will be created. So it just form a ply group, and under that it had added all that plies here. Now we can see in each sequence the ply and the details of the ply, what material is applied here. Okay, the related geometry details and all, what the contour is made of, that all we can see here. So once we created that ply, now what we have to do, we have to create that I want to see how the ply arrangement has been done on this part. So we have the one tool is called, his name is Ply Exploder. We can use this toolbar, or we'll go to insert, or we can go here, preliminary designs. Okay, no, not here. Plies, and we have Ply Exploder. So here we'll choose that stacking. I want to see the stacking, how that files are stacked with each other. We have different type of ply representations available. We can use initially this first one, shell representation. Now here you can set the scale value. Initially, let me take a bigger scale and see that how it is visible. Apply. I can see how these plies are in it. If you want to see more scaled, we can put the scale value. This is only for representation purpose, only view purpose. So actually, this is not that gapping it have. The gapping is only very less gapping. It is only for the representation purpose. We have this give the scale. If you want to see the actual scale, we'll put one here. Apply. So this is how we can see that. This is the actual thickness of that our composite material. So once we done this, like what I need to do, I want to see, let me do one thing. I want to convert this into solid body. Okay, so for that we can use one option is called solid from Plies. We can use that, and we can select our Plies group. We can select from here also, and we can do okay. So let me hide that Plies, and we can see that solid has been generated from the Plies. Okay, so this is how we can show the final outcome. Now let me do undo. Control Z, Control Z, and Control Z. Now view. Let me do undo this also. The ply that we have generated. Let me do undo. Okay. So once the ply has been created, now I want to see, after that, I want to see the sectional view of that ply, how the ply section view I can view. If we have different models are there, we want to see the sections view, we can view that. So where we have one tool is called ply section. So it is with that tool, let's say here. So this small toolbar is there, analysis. In that you will get the ply section, or you can go to insert analysis, we'll get here ply section. We have to select one plane. Along that, we are going to see our section. Once the ply group we can select here, and we can select the plane and apply. So here we can see that how this scale is 20. That's why it's looking very bigger. We can reduce the scale factor, and we can see the arrangement of ply in the cross section view. So this is simple ply, the simple example that we have seen. Now we'll see one more thing. Let me delete this all ply and this staggering and all. I'll just go delete this laminates also. Let me delete a zone group directly. So right now I don't have any zone group here. So we'll just create simple a zone group. I'll select that quickly and do okay. Now let's create some Excel. In this Excel, we can fill that what we require. Let me create a material, and we'll just define the directions and zone. We'll just tell that in which zone we are giving that plies values, that will define it here. So material name we can take from CATIA, because we don't know that materials of CATIA. We can take it from software itself. So we can see this material, we can take it, but initially we cannot copy this from here. That's the one thing. So what we'll do, we'll just note the number, we can type there. So I'll have the number, I'll type it, the material number. P1454-Z814. So this material number is present in CATIA list. I have taken from there. Now I'll copy this. We'll copy, not scroll that down, because if I scroll that down, it will change the number. I'll copy that 4 times. Now I'll put that angles 0 degree, 45 degrees. In which orientation I want to take my plies, we'll define here. And here we'll define the number of plies we require. So once we done this, we'll save this file. So we have one option is there, import laminates. So the small option is there, import laminates, or we can go to insert. I think it's directly given here, import laminates. Same tool. So we'll click on this tool. We have to browse that file. I'll take this file and open it and do OK. Once everything is correct in that, it will be import. If anything is made mistake, material name mistake or something, if we made a mistake, will show error. So I have correctly everything. Now we can see here, this is added here successfully. So this is another way that we can add laminates by using the importing method from the Excel.